Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, the Three Tarot. She should review as well. Thank you. Excuse me. All right, let's see what's going on. Watch out for crocodile tears, Gemini. Watch out for crocodile tears. Okay, goodness. What's going on with that? Goodness. Hopefully not. And I'm going to say this as an example. It almost feels like, energetically speaking, it's like there's been like a punch to the gut. But it's like an emotional, like, knot in the stomach. I don't know what that's about. It seems like there you were going, you were in your flow, you were definitely committed, and you're definitely going towards some sort of direction. And it's almost like as you're going, it's like that there's just like this uneasy buildup of some sort of feeling, and I don't know what that's about or for, but okay, you're gonna show me. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. It's when you're in the flow of things. It's kind of an energy of like when you're dedicated and you're committed, you're moving forward in life, you got a direction, you definitely have some sort of goal or aim here. And then it's almost like as you're moving forward, it's kind of like you look up and you look in the rearview mirror of where you've been. You start to kind of like reminisce and recall these better times. It just feels like an energy of nostalgia sinking in. It does. And I'm not too sure exactly what that's about. It could be about some sort of living situation, the way things used to be. But it definitely feels like at the same time, getting rest is doing good for you because it's also giving you quite a bit of clarity and perspective on your situation. It's almost like, well, things used to be a whole lot different now. Things are changed now, but it's definitely understandable. It feels like things are beginning to kind of like take a little bit of a balance here. Not only was it in a form of perspective, but it's also in the form of emotionally and mentally. Nice. Balance all around. Balance all around. That's understanding. That is understanding right there. You're like, and it's a new day. I got to focus on this now. Okay. Okay, so you in a sense, you are leaving the past behind you. You're kind of saying, okay, moving forward from that, and I need to kind of focus on my work, my career, my investments, my time. Quite a bit of focus here, and I feel like that's the direction you were headed to begin with. It felt like a little bit of an emotional detour because you're showing me that whatever's going on, there's a lot to contemplate here as to how you want to kind of do things or what to kind of do. But you're thinking about it. Yeah, goodness, Gemini, goodness. That's something very difficult. I kind of feel like overall there's something here definitely regarding work, career, finances, or investments it's like it's taking its toll on you emotionally and mentally, and it's like right back in, you go right back into it. I'm not gonna say like you slip back into it because it's a little bit different. This one you do realize and understand what is taking place. So before it was like an emotional wondering and searching, you do reach that clarity and that understanding, that knowing. This one over here is kind of like saying, and now to take care of this. You are aware of this, you do acknowledge this, but it's almost like you're kind of waiting for things, like either for things to kind of settle down, to calm down, to be peaceful, to smooth out. I'm not too sure about that, but it is definitely more so something financial. There is some sort of closure there, but I feel like that's all part of the healing process, the acceptance and the surrender. Oh, geez. Yeah, but you're kind of like, yeah, it's about that. Jeez. You're like, about that. I can work on myself. I can acknowledge myself. At the same time, I still have to take care of the circumstances. Once again, there's that dance with self, Gemini, as before that I mentioned and kind of talked through as well. You're showing me the exact same situation happening, but on your external world and your circumstances. So not only is it happening in your internal world, it's happening with your external world. And so you're having to kind of balance the two, the internal with the external. But you're having to take care of the internal first in order to take care of the external. This is all about self, knowing thyself, working on oneself first before going out into the world and kind of accomplishing something for yourself. You're showing me that there's also, and once again, another search for answers and solutions as to why things aren't necessarily moving forward the way you would like them to, why there's no progression, why there's no growth. But I feel like at the same time, even though there is a bit of a search and a search here, searching of oneself as well, time may be of the essence, because you're showing me as well that things are beginning to kind of pick up momentum here, but I'm not too sure which way or which direction. Okay. I feel like you're having a realization. I feel like you're having a realization. It's like you're kind of like Gemini. You're like, I'm phoning a friend. Hold on, I'm calling a friend. I'm calling a coworker, a colleague. That's interesting though, because right away it definitely works. I'll give you that. It definitely works. Whatever this collaborative or working together energy with someone, you're kind of like, I have an idea. I'll just call them. I'll just phone a friend. It works. It does. Like, just matter of fact, it just works. Yeah, and you're having that realization. You're having that realization. A lot of work though. A lot of work. A lot of work though. Yeah, geez, that fast though, huh? You're kind of like, yeah, work is work. That's work. Interesting though. You're kind of saying, for some reason, you're kind of showing me that something has to something requires repetitiveness. Something requires like the constant maintenance to keep something going, or to keep something running, or keep something smooth. Because even you're to the point where it's like, you're even questioning yourself of like, if this is truly what makes you happy, or if this is what truly makes you fulfilled, or if you're truly on board with this. This is interesting. It's almost like you're trying to learn from it at the same time. Yeah. You're wondering, you're wondering, and you're deciding like, is this really what it's going to have to take? Is this really what it's going to have to require of me to kind of do? And there it is, what you're after. Possibly at the same time, I feel like on one end, there is an energy of like surrendering to the fact, or the idea, or the truth that you know that this is what it may take. But I kind of feel like at the same time, you're also in some sort of transition period as well. So there is a little bit of a learning curve taking place. But of course, if you are dealing with anyone, which I feel like you are, you could be dealing with an earth sign, an air sign, a water sign, and that is all. Goodbye.